to weekend workout, a 20 to 30 minute Pilates and yoga inspired workout. For this week, we're going to be focusing on Pilates because today is Pilates Day. The first Saturday of May every year is the day where we celebrate Pilates, so we're going to be doing a Pilates themed workout. If there are any exercises that you'd like more explanation on, please check over to my website, www.custompilatesandyoga.com, or else look through my YouTube videos. I've done lots of explanation about different exercises, and for the sake of getting the most out of our time, I don't do a whole lot of explaining. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's start sitting up. And let's have the legs straight out in front of us, wider hip distance apart. Take a moment, scoot the tissue out the way, and feel your sits bones root down to the mat. Nice long spine, low belly draws in. Inhale here, and exhale. The head leads the way to roll forward one vertebrae at a time, making a nice capital C shape. Hold here and breathe. And when we breathe in Pilates, we inhale through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. Inhale, stack it back up, nice and tall. Reach through the top of the head. Make sure you're relaxed in the front of your hips. And exhale, roll forward. Shoulders away from the ears, broad collarbones. And exhale, stack it up nice and tall. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And exhale, stack it up. Let's come onto our backs for imprint. Heels are in line with the sits bones, arms by the sides, collarbones broad. Inhale. And exhale. Low belly draws toward the spine to help tilt the pelvis. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure your chin is level so that it's not coming up above the forehead. And back to neutral. Good. We're going to come into the 100. Inhale, lift one leg up to tabletop. Exhale, lift the other leg. Make sure you're relaxed in your hip flexors, long through your sacrum. Find the inner thighs to squeeze the knees together. Inhale into the sides of the ribs, head nod. Exhale, the bottom rib pivots to lift you up. It's okay to stay here or to have your feet on the floor, to have your upper body on the floor. All of those are fine. What you want to look for is you want to have your abs down toward your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the legs if you want. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend the knees, upper body lowers. Exhale, one foot comes down, and then the other. Very good. Take a moment, take a nice long stretch. Good, arms come by the sides, and let's do some leg circles. So, knees bent, nice and heavy through the sacrum, neutral pelvis. Fronts of the hips are relaxed. Inhale, lift one leg up to tabletop. Exhale, reach it toward the ceiling. Now, if your hamstrings will let you bring that leg up and you want to slide your other leg out, go ahead and do it. But do make sure that you feel the inner thigh connection so that this straight leg on the floor doesn't wander out toward the side. Nice pointed foot up top, nice flexed foot in the bottom. Inhale, past the midline. Exhale, down, open to the side and center. Inhale, exhale, circle 2. Switching directions. Good, pause here. Grab behind that leg. Now it's okay to let your low back relax as this leg comes toward you, but you do want to try to rotate through that pelvis. That'll increase your hamstring stretch. Okay guys, when you just simply pull this leg toward you, your pelvis is going to tilt, low back is going to go flat toward the mat. That's fine, but try to reach that tailbone away. Try to bring the pelvis to neutral, and you'll get a humdinger of a stretch in the back of your hamstring here. Now let's flex that foot. So both feet are flexed. Find a nice long spine. Inhale, exhale, bottom rib pivots to lift you up and bring that leg closer. Rotate the pelvis out. And lower the upper body. Reach, nice pointed foot, bend the knee. Hug the knee towards your chest. Opening up in the hips. Good, and go ahead, release. Right, that foot comes onto the ground. Inhale, bend the other leg. Exhale, reach it toward the ceiling. Okay, so pay attention. Neutral pelvis, leg is straight up toward the ceiling. If you have that hamstring flexibility to get this reach, you may slide your other leg out as long as those inner thighs will remain active. Inhale, past the midline. Exhale, circle 1. Inhale, exhale 2. And switching directions, inhale, open, and exhale, 1. Try to relax in your hip. We're loosening up the hip socket. Good, hold here, grab behind the leg. Guys, when you're doing leg circles, if you feel any sort of like popping or grinding or anything happening, reduce the size of your circle, okay? Lots of times if you make that circle smaller, your muscles will work in a more appropriate way. That popping or clicking will stop, and You can let whatever's causing that issue to go back into place. And so then later on you can try to make the circles bigger, but not today. So nice and long through the tailbone. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, that bottom rib pivots to lift you up. Walk your hands up the leg. And then re-lengthen through that tailbone for your hamstring stretch. And flex the top foot. And flex the bottom foot still. And exhale, lower down. Good, release the leg. And set that foot down. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do is a windmill. Kind of like it sounds. We haven't done this before in my videos, so I'm going to do a little more explaining here. We're going to have both legs up. The legs are going to scissor. And we're going to do reverse circles, okay? So one leg goes counterclockwise, while the other leg goes clockwise. They go whoop and close to center, and then you're going to switch directions. So each leg is making a half a circle, okay? Now, if you have tight hamstrings, put a soft bend in your knees. Keep your legs in parallel, still have the toes pointed up toward the ceiling. You can still move from here. You just want to really work on not increasing the bend to the knees and have it being some weird, kind of Muppet, floppy, crazy thing there. So if you put a bend to your knees, keep the bend the whole time. For those who have low back pain, you can also take your hands and put them under the back of your pelvis. This will help tilt your pelvis automatically, which will let your low back come down toward the ground, which will help take some pressure off of things. So you can do that too if you'd like. All right. Inhale, lift one leg up to tabletop. Exhale, lift the other leg. Get your legs to whatever position they're going to be. And start off with a very small one because this might be new for you. So inhale, the legs separate. Exhale, they circle and they come together. Inhale, separate. And exhale. Just like scissors, we want these to be even, so it's not a little movement here and I drop this leg to the floor. We're looking for even movements, and we circle and come back in. Good. And bend the knees. Hug them in for just a moment. Inhale. And exhale. Release one foot down and then the other. Okay, we're going to go into single leg stretch. So a nice long spine. Take a moment. Open through the chest. Broaden the collarbones. Activate the abdominals. Inhale, lift one leg to tabletop. Exhale, lift the other leg. Inhale, nice long spine, head nod. Exhale, the rib cage pivots to lift you up. In today's version, let's do the one where the knee comes toward the shoulder. Okay, so inhale here, exhale. Exhale, exhale. Last set. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, lower the upper body. Exhale, one foot comes down and the other. Take a moment, stretch the legs long, reach up above your head. Get a good stretch for the abdominals because we have obliques next. Okay, so good stretch. Take a moment here too. Bring the fingertips to the back of the skull. Elbows are nice and open. Go ahead, bend your knees. Now for obliques, you can keep your feet down today. So inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, hinging up, lifting to center, trying to resist, letting the chin lead the way. Okay, inhale here. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. So we're switching sides. Last set. Very good. Back to center and lower down. Okay, nice and easy. Now we're going to ask our abs to roll up so the legs are out straight. Find those inner thighs, flex the feet, arms are up. We'll get our preparation. Abs draw down to the spine. Inhale, the arms reach, head nod. Exhale. Good. Okay, now that we're up nice and tall, let's do some spine twist. So take the feet about mat width so it's wider than your hips, and you want to feel nice and comfortable in the hip flexors. Okay, if your hip flexors are gripping, then I want you to take a moment, scoot the tissue out from under your sits bones. That might help. If that doesn't help, go grab something. Go grab like a blanket or something that you can sit up on, because it's really important that you relax your hip flexors here. Nice and lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, twist 1, 2, 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist 2, 3. Inhale, center. And as you twist, it's deep, deeper, deepest. Inhale. Each time the belly draws in. Ground down through the backs of the heels and through the sits bones. You shouldn't have any lower body moving. Last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower the arms. Take a moment, give yourself a break for the legs, a break for the shoulders, because we're going to do saw next. Nice and lifted. Make sure sits bones are grounded. Feel the softness in the hips. Arms come out by the sides, you're nice and lifted. Inhale, rotate toward the leg. Exhale, reach pinky finger toward pinky toe while keeping the sits bones grounded. Inhale, come up, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, up, and exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, reach. Inhale, up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up, exhale. One more each side. And last time. Good. And lower the arms. Let's come on to our stomachs. So, first we're going to start with our hands stacked. Forehead rests on top. Knees go wide, about as wide as your mat. And your feet are going to be flexed with your knees bent. We're going to do a heel squeeze here. So we're going to be asking the glutes to work. But first you want to feel the fronts of your hips relaxing down into the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, find your glutes to push your heels into each other, and then release. And exhale, press. Inhale, 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 release. One more time, exhale, press. Inhale, release. Okay, release the legs fully. Legs should be to the wider hip distance. They can be parallel or turned out slightly, but don't get a big rotation. We're going to work on swan dive. So working on this, it's going to be better to have a slight rotation at the hips. Start with your hands stacked under your forehead. Nice long legs, feet are pointed. Inhale, lift the low belly toward the spine, shoulders away from the ears, and as you exhale, use the glutes to lift your legs. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, 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 and exhale, lift. Good, inhale, lower. Very good. All right, so let's come forward on our mat so that the arms can come off the front. Now, I've got my hands wide. I'm sat on the mat, legs are turned out. We're going to reach in a nice long line. Inhale here. As you exhale, let your hands slide to come on in. And I'll scoot back here so you guys can see my hands. So they slide. And then I'm going to hold here. And when I lower, I bend my elbows. Okay? So nice long line, active through the legs. Inhale, lift the low belly. Exhale, let the upper back arch to reach forward. The hands are just supporting, okay? They're not like hoisting you up or anything. Inhale, lower down. And exhale, a nice extension forward. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more of these. And exhale, lift. Good, and lower. Okay, now we're going to go into full swan dive, which I've not gone over before, so if you're still hanging in there with me, take a moment to watch this if you haven't done swan dive. You've got your arms, you've got your legs. I'm gonna reach my arms forward here. You wanna straighten out like an arrow. You're gonna inhale, lift up. Now as you exhale, you rock and catch yourself. So it's inhale up. Okay, so here we go. Legs are a little bit wider than hip width. Turned out slightly. Arms reach straight in front of you. Broad collarbones open through the shoulders. Inhale, let the low belly lift. Exhale, let the upper body lift up here. Inhale here. Exhale, drop and catch. Inhale, exhale, drop and catch. Inhale, exhale. Good. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Upper body's up, and now bend the elbows, lower down. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders and press up and back into shell stretch. If you want to do child's pose, that's fine too. Very good. Come on up. All right, so let's take a seat sideways on our mat. We're going to do some side plank, okay? So I line up heel and hip and hand. They're all in a line. This arm reaches out. Inhale here and exhale, push and lift. And you can reach the arms straight apart from each other, that's fine too. Or you can do kind of a yoga side angle thing here, that's fine too. Inhale and exhale. Pushing the floor away, reaching the arms apart, opening the chest. Inhale and exhale, lower. Good, inhale and exhale up. Good, and let's take the arm over the head on this one. Let's get a good side bend here. So we're really opening up that side body. Inhale and exhale, lower. And we'll do one more of those to open the side body. Inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale, lower. Very good, let's switch sides. So we are lined up, heel to knee. No, heel to hip to hand. There we go. Okay. First off, just a side plank. Inhale, exhale, lift. Reach the arms apart. Work on finding your best personal alignment here. And exhale, lower down. Now on the next one, we're gonna get that side bend to open up the side body. Inhale and exhale, lift. And let the arm come above the head. Open the ribs to the ceiling. Make sure your head is in alignment with your spine and not coming forward. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Opening the side body. And exhale, lower down. Good. Let's come on to our sides. We're going to close with a spinal rotation. So, knees are right in front of the hips, ankles in line with the knees. You want to lower down right on top of the shoulder capsule. Inhale, the top arm lifts. Exhale, rotate open, looking at that back hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rotate back to center, rib cage first. Exhale, the arm closes, fingertips should match up. Inhale, the top arm lifts, you look at the hand. Exhale, the rib cage opens. Inhale, rotate back to center, and exhale, close. Good, and we'll switch sides. Knees are in front of the hips, ankles in line with the knees, arms go forward. Inhale, the top arm lifts. Exhale, rotate open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the rib cage rotates, the arm comes up, and exhale, close. Inhale, the top arm lifts. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rotate back to center, and exhale, close. Very good. Slowly make your way up to a seated position. And I hope you have enjoyed the workout for today, Pilates Day 2017. If you have, please give this workout the thumbs up. And also you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And you may also find me at my website, www.custompilatesandyoga.com. Thank you.